Yeah, hello everyone and welcome again to my channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to make a simple jumping check game. Now, to make a simple jumping check game, I want you to remember how we used to do our stuff here. To make a game or to do a project, you first need to break down the problem, understand what the problem is about. Now, we want to make a simple jumping check game. We want to make what? A simple jumping chick game whereby we have a chick and we have the obstacle. That is the scrolling obstacle, right? So to do that, what are the things we need? We need first the chick to jump and we need the obstacle. That is something that can move around. So we'll be using the egg to for the obstacle whereby the chick jumps over the egg. So let's start with bringing in the sprite. So always have it in mind. You break down the problem. What do I want to do? Ask yourself at interval, what do I want to do? And here is the chick. So I'll bring it down. And also I need the egg. Yes, the egg. Those are the two sprites that will be needed for now. So egg, here is the egg. That's the egg. So I'll bring it down here. So the next thing I need is to make this have a good background. But the sprites in Scratch rather we call it backdrop. So I need a good backdrop here. So I look for a backdrop. Now I just like this blue sky. I love it so much. Now looking at these two sprites, we already have the cheek and the head. So the chick looks big and the egg, the sizes are somehow big. So we need to reduce the size. Without wasting time, we can just come to size here and reduce the size. Let's make this 80. Now for the egg, let's make it 60. Okay, I think that's better. I think 60 is better. So for the chick, click on select the chick sprite and make this 80. Okay, yeah, I think this is better now. So what do we want this chick to do? We want this chick to jump. Now jump simply means something to go up and come down. Now to do that, whenever you want a sprite to jump, you already know you find the instruction in the command motion command. So you go to motion here. Now you want it to go up. You want a sprite to go up. Remember in one of our episodes where we explain the geometry of sprite. That is, we have the x direction and the y direction. X direction is when the sprite needs to move in the horizontal direction, that is to the left or right. Now, while y direction, hmm, y geometry is going up or down. Now, if it's going up, it is positive, but if it's going down, you need to add a negative minus before the number. That's it. Likewise, if it's going left, you add minus before x. So knowing that, you look for change y. You can see change x, that is horizontal, change y, which is vertical. Now, to test if you've selected the correct block, you can just click on the block and see, yes, that is right. The change goes up. Now, you want it to come down, all you need to do is to add a negative and click on it. Yes, it's coming down. Yes, we are on the right track. So what we need to do now is we want it to always go up. We want it to go at a certain distance. Like let's say I did one, two, three, four, five. Five, is it okay? Six, seven, eight, nine, 10. I think 10 is too far, right? Now let me bring it down again and see. It's one, two, three, four, five, six. Six. I think six is okay, right? Now let's assume six being okay. Uh, so I clicked on this block 6 times. That is, I want this going up at 10 interval, repeat itself 6 times. So that will find in control. So I can just say repeat. Now let's check it. Let me bring it down here. Let me bring it down, return it back. If I click on this block now, it went as far as that. So let me bring it down. Now I change this to 6. That is, repeat going up 10 places 6 times. You see that? That's makes it good. So after going up like that, after going up like this, want it to come down back to its initial position. That is, you need to repeat 6 and change y by coming down. Coming down is negative, that is minus. So how can I do that so fast? So in order not to, I can just come here, bring out repeat, type 6 and go to motion, bring out. But to make it fast, I just right click on this block and click duplicate. So I'll bring it here. So all I need to do is just change this to negative. So let's bring this right back down and click. You see that? See that? It goes up and come down. Now, how do I want this sprite? What control do I want to use for the sprite? I want it to always go up when the space is clicked. So we can simply set the event to when space clicked. When space clicked, so if I press space, it goes up. See, it goes up, it goes up. That's it, and comes down, it jumps. Now, this is the first method will use. Now let me use the second method to do this, which I love the most. I will tell you a little difference between the two. Now to make this thing happen as well, if I click on the space key, if I press the space key, I want it to go up. So that is if. So let me just bring this, duplicate this. That's it. So I'm using this now. So I'll say if what? If space keep pressed, you can find that in sensing. You know, when you are being touched on your skin, you sense it. So you easily know that, okay, I need to go to sensing. So if space key pressed, you can see the shape fits in perfectly. Now, want to set an event for it. Now, this event we use now is the when flag clicked. But mind you, because we are using a conditional statement, a condition that is if the space key is pressed, there's difference between when and if. If is a condition, is a kind of condition that waits until the D command is activated. Now, if I click on flag, the command is not ready. So it won't work. So in order to keep the command, this block activated, I need to put it inside a loop. Inside a loop. Then if I click on flag, you see this yellow sign surrounding the block, which keeps it activated. So if I press the space key, it jumps. It jumps. Now, in creating game makes use of multiple loops. Multiple loops, things acting continuously. Just you can see one thing acting this looking different, but it's running on loops. So loops is to make something repeat itself. To make something repeat itself. Now the difference here is from here and between this and this is that if you use this, when the game becomes larger, if you use this first block here, when the game becomes larger, that is when space clicked. If you use it, when the game becomes larger, it becomes to lag. You always have issues. there will be some lagging, that there will be some slowing down of the sprite or some malfunctioning. But when you use this, it activates the block already. The moment you click on flag, everything is ready to work at any time. So that's the beauty. So I prefer to use this. So you can choose to use any depending on your decision. So I'll keep this. So that is it. Now the next is to make the egg. You can see how I break my problems down. The next is I want the egg to move. How do I want the egg to move? I want it to move from right hand side from here to here. That's it. I want it to move from here to here to the left hand side. Now to do that, we already know to make the egg move. Let me reduce this size to 50%. So 50. Yes, let me reduce it the more. So for it to move, what do? I already know. Go to motion. Remember we said for a sprite to move on the horizontal direction, it is X direction, X, geometric X. So let's go to change X. Can you see it here? Now I bring change X there. If I click on it, oh, it moved in horizontal direction, right? It's moved in horizontal direction, but it's going towards the right hand side. Now, remember or recall, to make it go to the left hand side, what do? We had the negative sign. The negative sign minus. So if I click on it, yes, perfect. Now our block works perfectly. So I'll bring it back here so that I won't always use my mouse to take it back to that point. Okay, let me just skip that now. Let's take it gradually, one step at a time. I don't want to add uh, more problems at a time. So we want this egg to move from the right hand side now straight down without me pressing like that. So instead of me pressing like this, so I want it to just move by itself. Why can't I just do that? Maybe let me still do something like forever. So let me check it out. Perfect. What if I use repeat? Hmm? What if I use repeat? Now, if I use repeat, let's see, that's repeat 10. You see where it stopped? Another one, two, three, four, five. You see? So I can also use repeat, yes. But I'll prefer to use forever to make my work faster so that I won't need to do calculations and all those stuff. So just forever, just keep on moving, that's it, because I actually want it to move forever. So I put it in forever and it continues to move. Now let's see again one more time. That's good. Now, the next thing is, you see, I'm the one that used my mouse to drag it to this side, which is not really good, right? So I want it to always go back by itself. And in order to do that, I need to first move this egg, move it to that side, go back to the right hand side. So let me check. Go to motion, and let's see set. So I want it to always back, set it back to. Now, think of it. What else can we use to make this egg move from the right hand side to the left hand side? We can use move as well. Just put minus here. It will also move. You see that? Yes. We can also use this glide. We can also use glide 1 seconds. So where do you want it to glide to? You can do this. Carry it here. Yes, I want it to glide to this point. Hmm? But don't let me make it complex to you. So I'm using the simplest way, the simplest method. That is change X, which you already know. Now, so If this egg gets to this point, if this egg gets to this point, that point is minus 239. So if, so I bring if, hmm, if the egg gets to this point, that is x direction is equals to, you can find x direction here, x position rather, x position is less than, now to make it fast, I just come here, copy this, or you can simply type it inside, is less than this. Then I want you to set it back to 240. Now let's see. Can you see? Gets there and go back, gets there and go back, gets there and go back. That's it. So now let's create an event. You know, in a game, all you need to do is click on play and everything begins. So I use when flag clicked. So when flag clicked, see that? Then we can jump, 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 jump. You see that? Jump, jump, jump. That's it. So that's a simple way to create a jumping chick. So in the later video, we can decide. But before that, I want you to improve on it, add score to it, make the egg come in different interval. Maybe like two eggs creates another egg, a duplicate. You can just do this, duplicate, and make them come interval, not at the same time, whereby you say one egg should wait for some seconds before the other one moves. Then you can just select put random position, random movement, so that sometimes they are closer, sometimes they are wider. So I want you to do that. Send it to me and let me see. So ask me questions and I will attend to them all. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.